welcome. For a lot of us, we have let others and our environment affect us emotionally and mentally, causing us to change our behavior and step away from our authentic self, causing us to give all of our precious life energy away,
this
and
is
leaving
the
us
stuff.
drained in return. Well, the truth is, it's all your fault. It's your fault that you continue to feel the way you feel. As kids, we really didn't have a choice. But as young adults, you have to become aware and take full responsibility.
He's 18 years old. I recommend this to my other son.
Nobody can make you mad.
He's 26 years old.
Or angry, or scared. Only if you allow them to. It all starts with you. You have the ability to choose how you want to feel about any and everything, no matter what that situation may be. This should be an eye-opening realization for you, knowing that you can choose how you want to feel without needing validation from others. That's how much power you truly have. Now I will tell you a couple ways you can start taking your power and energy back so that you can live the life you choose to live. Number 1, practice inner body awareness. This is one of the most effective ways to get your power and energy back.
Yeah, see, follow me. We're going to learn some shit, baby.
And are fully
I'm saying we're going to smoke.
From our bodies. We used to live life through our bodies as kids before
learn how to focus
to the
on
mind.
ourselves.
Return back to your body constantly, 24/7. If you really want to see progress fast, a quick way to bring awareness into the body is through conscious breathing. Place all your awareness on feeling how your body feels when you breathe. Feel the inhale, feel the pause, and feel the exhale. You don't need thoughts to feel, just feel. And set your intentions to feel more and more in your body on every inhale. This will be very uncomfortable for you at first because you haven't been with the body in years probably. But find the courage to sit with the discomfort. It will naturally go away. Inner body awareness will keep you grounded and present within your own energy. You will feel a lot more safe in the body and will no longer need to give your energy away to feel safe. Setting boundaries will be easy and people-pleasing will go away. Plus, you will gain the ability to choose how you want to feel. Number 2, meditation. Meditation and inner body awareness together is very powerful. Meditating daily will help you realize that you are not your thoughts. You will be able to experience what it's like to be the observer of them.
Self-care, baby, self-care.
All other suffering comes from the mind.
Might give me a bubble bath, I don't know.
In your life that makes you feel the way you feel. It's your thoughts about the situation.
Cut my toenails.
The situation or feeling arises, and instantly you begin to believe everything that's going on in your head.
Going to the salon.
You believe the negative and limiting beliefs that hold you back from reaching your full potential. Once you can detach from them, they will no longer affect you. Yes, they will still be there, but you won't react to them at all. You'll probably start laughing at them because you understand that you are not them.
Like my incense.
Eventually, those negative thoughts go away, and the positive ones will replace them. Don't identify with those neither.
See, for y'all thug niggas out there in the streets, y'all don't want y'all shit turn out like that. See what I'm saying? Steel all in there, all in your elbow. See that?
People preach gratitude so much because it really is powerful.
See that shit right there?
When you practice gratitude,
no, y'all don't want to turn out like that, baby.
Cannot exist.
I'm trying to learn y'all something right here.
Nothing negative can exist within you while being grateful. That's how powerful this feeling is. And
cool to be.
It's a feeling, not a thought. You can use thoughts.
I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. I don't feel any different. I don't need you to feel anything to do great things.
To help feel that feeling.
Set my mood up in here.
Focus on feeling it.
Like my shit right there.
One way to
I usually got a little lighter torch to switch off one and another
throughout the day.
But I don't know
just say
right
it
now.
for no reason. Your brain thinks you are receiving something when you say or think thank you. So it will bring up a subtle feeling of gratitude.
About to spark my candle now.
For so many things.
Dim the lights and get smart.
For your breath.
Learn some
for
shit.
Your phone,
you know what I'm saying?
For
it's
your
alright not to run the streets.
Be grateful.
Y'all young dudes need to use our social media
Be grateful that you
elevate. Like there's so much you could do instead of using that shit for negativity. And
when you
know what I'm
can
saying?
constantly feel good,
use this new age shit to elevate yourselves, man. Y'all got so many things y'all can do that we didn't have coming up. No, you know what kind of computer type shit we had? It was weak as hell.
And this
nothing like that. Y'all in the Bill Gates era, baby.
Feel good just because it feels good to feel good. You don't need anything outside of yourself to feel good. I know it's easier said than done, but it's very possible.
Like my candle up over here.
We all know feeling good feels
and
good.
Learn.
So what's stopping you from feeling good?
Education and knowledge is power.
It's probably your
environment
and your thoughts. But you can block those things out.
The more you know, the more you grow.
Feeling your body and just trying to feel good because it feels good to feel good. You don't need permission from anyone to feel good, and you don't need anything material to feel good. You can simply imagine yourself with everything you ever wanted, and you'll begin to bring those feelings from your imagination to this very moment. If you can believe in all the negative stories your mind makes up, why can't you believe in something?
Light y'all L's up, get right with me, baby. We gonna smoke and get right, baby. We gonna learn some shit. Sorry to keep interrupting, but this is what you gonna get on my channel. A couple messages and information, baby. Trying to put this information out to my kids, the youth. Better yourselves.
Well, the world is yours at that point. There will be nothing that can break you. There will be nobody who can hurt your feelings. You will become a very powerful manifester, and you will finally be back in control over your life, liberated from pain and free from the suffering and the illusions of the mind. So please do this for yourself.
About to water my babies.
Thank you for subscribing and watching. You are very powerful.
We're gonna let it roll. We're gonna let the next one play. We're gonna let the next one play.
Vacations begin here at the Pittsburgh Travel Showcase, presented by AAA Travel, January 20th through the 22nd. It's your savings ticket with convenient one-stop vacation shopping. Dream it, plan it, book it, experience it. Visit PittsburghTravelShowcase.com, where your adventure is waiting for you.
Skip that. What's next?
Now I want you to listen to my voice. I just want you to hear my
watch
voice.
this.
Hear nothing but my voice.
But I don't just turn it right off. I see what it's talking about. Especially if we're doing something about to water my plants. That's what we'll do. Bear with me a minute, please. got them L's lit.
Hey, babe.
Where we go? Right here. We're gonna watch this.
Hey, babe. What do you want to do tonight?
Same thing we do every night, Kinky. Try to take over the world.
The Game of Life and How to Play It
About the world
by
these
Florence
plants, young
Scovel Shinn.
Feel me?
Chapter 1. The Game.
This
Most
joint
people consider life a
called
battle,
the money
but it
plan.
is not a battle.
I'm gonna see
It
if
is a
money
game.
really growing trees.
It
You
is a
feel
game,
me?
however, which cannot be played successfully without the knowledge of spiritual law.
This is part of
And the Old and
self-care.
New Testaments give the
It's part
rules
of
of the
mental
game
health
with
right
wonderful clearness.
Know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ
You gotta
taught
learn
that it
how
was
to
a
spend
great
time
game
with
of
yourself.
giving and receiving.
You got mental health problems because
Whatsoever
you
a
out there
man
trying to
soweth,
deal with all that
shall he
chaos
also
shit.
reap.
Nah, once you
This
learn to
means
love
that whatever
yourself
man sends out
and
in
deal with
word
yourself,
or deed,
nah, the
will
rest of
return
the
to him.
world and dealing
What
with that
he
become
gives,
easy.
he will
Because once
receive.
you learn about yourself
If
and
he
who
gives
God
hate,
is
He
and
will
what you're
receive.
capable of
If
doing,
he gives love,
just with
he
your
will
thoughts,
receive love. If he gives criticism, he will
you'll see
receive
that
criticism.
certain stuff won't affect you.
If
no
he
more.
lies, he will be
Nah,
lied
you'll
to.
start playing with
If
other
he
people's
cheats,
minds.
he will
if
be
you choose
cheated.
to.
We
Know
are
what I'm
taught
saying?
also
Sometimes
that
you
the
gotta
imaging faculty plays a leading
use
part in the
reverse
game of life.
psychology on people just to
Keep
get them to
thy
hear the
heart
truth.
or
You feel
imagination
me?
with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23. This means that what man images, sooner or later externalizes in his affairs. I know of a man who feared a certain disease. It was a very rare disease and difficult to get, but he pictured it continually and read about it until it manifested in his body. And he died, the victim of distorted imagination. So we see, to play successfully the game of life, we must train the imaging faculty. A person with an imaging faculty trained to image only good brings into his life every righteous desire of his heart. Health, wealth, love, friends, perfect self-expression, his highest
Gotta bring
ideals.
this one in with the rest of
The
it. It's lonely
imagination
in
has
the
been
back.
called
Or
the
my little
scissors of
baby
the mind,
too.
and it is ever cutting, cutting. Day by day, the pictures man sees there, and sooner or later, he meets his own creations in his outer world. To train the imagination successfully, man must understand the workings of his mind. The Greeks said, "Know thyself." There are three departments of the mind: the subconscious, conscious, and superconscious. The subconscious is simply power without direction. It is like steam or electricity, and it does what it is directed to do. It has no power of induction. Whatever man feels deeply or images clearly is impressed upon the subconscious mind and carried out in minutest detail. For example, a woman I know, when a child, always made believe she was a widow. She dressed up in black clothes and wore a long black veil, and people thought she was very clever and amusing. She grew up and married a man with whom she was deeply in love. In a short time, he died, and she wore black and a sweeping veil for many years. The picture of herself as a widow was impressed upon the subconscious mind, and in due time worked itself out, regardless of the havoc created. The conscious mind has been called mortal or carnal mind. It is the human mind and sees life as it appears to be. It sees death, disaster, sickness, poverty, and limitation of every kind, and it impresses the subconscious. The superconscious mind is the God mind within each man, and is the realm of perfect ideas. In it is the perfect pattern spoken of by Plato, the divine design. For there is a divine design for each person. There is a place that you are to fill, and no one else can fill. Something you are to do, which no one else can do. There is a perfect picture of this in the superconscious mind. It usually flashes across the conscious as an unattainable ideal, something too good to be true. In reality, it is man's true destiny or destination flashed to him from the infinite intelligence which is within himself. Many people, however, are in ignorance of their true destinies and are striving for things and situations which do not belong to them and would only bring failure and dissatisfaction if attained. For example, a woman came to me and asked me to speak the word that she would marry a certain man with whom she was very much in love. She called him A.B.
Get you some water,
I
baby.
replied that this would be a violation of spiritual law,
We
but
gonna
that
get
I would
smart.
speak the word for the right man, the divine selection, the man who belonged to her by divine right. I added, if A.B. is the right man, you can't lose him, and if he isn't, you will receive his equivalent. She saw A.B. frequently, but no headway was made in their friendship. One evening she called and said, "Do you know, for the last week, A.B. hasn't seemed so wonderful to me?" I replied, "Maybe he is not the divine selection. Another man may be the right one." Soon after that, she met another man who fell in love with her at once, and who said she was his ideal. In fact, he said all the things that she had always wished A.B. would say to her. She remarked, it was quite uncanny. She soon returned his love and lost all interest in A.B. This shows the law of substitution. A right idea was substituted for a wrong one. Therefore, there was no loss or sacrifice involved. Jesus Christ said, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." And he said the kingdom was within man. The kingdom is the realm of right ideas, or the divine pattern. Jesus Christ taught that man's words played a leading part in the game of life. By your words ye are justified, and by your words ye are condemned. Many people have brought disaster into their lives through idle words. For example, a woman once asked me why her life was now one of poverty, of limitation. Formerly, she had a home, was surrounded by beautiful things, and had often tired of the management of her home, and had said repeatedly, "I'm sick and tired of things. I wish I lived in a trunk." And she added, "Today I am living in that trunk." She had spoken herself into a trunk. The subconscious mind has no sense of humor, and people often joke themselves into unhappy experiences. For example, a woman who had a great deal of money joked continually about getting ready for the poorhouse. In a few years, she was almost destitute, having impressed the subconscious mind with a picture of lack and limitation. Fortunately, the law works both ways, and a situation of lack may be changed to one of plenty. For example, a woman came to me one hot summer's day for a treatment for prosperity. She was worn out, dejected, and discouraged. She said she possessed just $8 in the world. I said, "Good. We'll bless the $8 and multiply them as Jesus Christ multiplied the loaves and fishes. For he taught that every man had the power to bless and to multiply, to heal and to prosper." She said, "What shall I do next?" I replied, "Follow intuition.
Activate your potential and accelerate your career with UCSC's Masters in Natural Language Processing.
Have you a hunch to do anything or to go anywhere? Intuition means intuition, or to be taught from within. It is man's unerring guide, and I will deal more fully with its laws in a following chapter. The woman replied, "I don't know. I seem to have a hunch to go home. I've just enough money for car fare." Her home was in a distant city and was one of lack and limitation, and the reasoning mind, or intellect, would have said, "Stay in New York and get work and make some money." I replied, "Then go home. Never violate a hunch." I spoke the following words for her: "Infinite Spirit, open the way for great abundance for..." She is an irresistible magnet for all that belongs to her by divine right. I told her to repeat it continually also. She left for home immediately. In calling on a woman one day, she linked up with an old friend of her family. Through this friend, she received thousands of dollars in a most miraculous way. She has said to me often, "Tell people about the woman who came to you with $8 and a hunch." There's always plenty on man's pathway, but it can only be brought into manifestation through desire, faith, or the spoken word. Jesus Christ brought out clearly that man must make the first move. Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. Matthew chapter 7, verse 7. In the scriptures we read, "Concerning the works of my hands, command ye me." Infinite intelligence. God is ever ready to carry out man's smallest or greatest demands. Every desire, uttered or unexpressed, is a demand. We are often startled by having a wish suddenly fulfilled. For example, one Easter, having seen many beautiful rose trees in the florist's windows, I wished I would receive one, and for an instant saw it mentally being carried in the door. Easter came, and with it a beautiful rose tree. I thanked my friend the following day and told her it was just what I had wanted. She replied, "I didn't send you a rose tree. I sent you lilies." The man had mixed the order and sent me a rose tree simply because I had started the law in action. And I had to have a rose tree. Nothing stands between man and his highest ideals and every desire of his heart, but doubt and fear. When man can wish without worry, every desire will be instantly fulfilled. I will explain more fully in a following chapter the scientific reason for this, and fear must be erased from the consciousness. It is man's only enemy. Fear of lack, fear of failure, fear of sickness, fear of loss, and a feeling of insecurity on some plane. Jesus Christ said, "Why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith?" Matthew chapter 8, verse 26. So we can see we must substitute faith for fear is only inverted faith. It is faith in evil instead of good. The object of the game of life is to see clearly one's good and to obliterate all mental pictures of evil. This must be done by impressing the subconscious mind with a realization of good. A very brilliant man who has attained great success told me he had suddenly erased all fear from his consciousness by reading a sign which hung in a room. He saw printed in large letters this statement: "Why worry? It will probably never happen." These words were stamped indelibly upon his subconscious mind, and he has now a firm conviction that only good can come into his life, therefore only good can manifest. In the following chapter, I will deal with the different methods of impressing the subconscious mind. It is man's faithful servant, but one must be careful to give it the right orders. Man has ever a silent listener at his side, his subconscious mind. Every thought, every word is impressed upon it and carried out in amazing detail. It is like a singer making a record on the sensitive disc of the phonographic plate. Every note and tone of the singer's voice is registered. If he coughs or hesitates, it is registered also. So let us break all the old bad records in the subconscious mind, the records of our lives which we do not wish to keep, and make new and beautiful ones. Speak these words aloud with power and conviction. I now smash and demolish by my spoken word every untrue record in my subconscious mind. They shall return to the dust heap of their native nothingness, for they came from my own vain imaginings. I now make my perfect records through the Christ within, the records of health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression. This is the square of life, the game completed.